What's up, y'all? On the road over at my brother-in-law's place. So I was thinking about all the fluff with the stadium, and a lot of people are saying, I'd never use this, I'd never use that. So I would use all of that. Does that make me in the 5%? Or I would hazard a guess that many people really would want to use all that stuff and then a lot more. So I wanted to show you stuff that I've been working on since 3-4 years. And the general pool is to simplify stuff. Simplified could mean my pedal board with 16 switches and pirate Midi stuff, or it could just mean 2 buttons, like Eric Klein said. So let me show you this setup. Now, I'm going to try and flip this thing around. Damn. Can't do it from here. There's my iPad. And there's the TV. Now, can I flip the whole thing in frame? Yeah. I click a guitar here. Sends a MIDI message. Changes the preset on the Helix. Hit no. Changes again. Flip guitars. Telly. Bit. Changes again. So the idea for me is I've got another room over there full of Helix gear. A Helix floor, which is sat there just doing MIDI controlling, no sound. My HX Stomp on the bench, which is then connected to a Katana Go. That is then connected by TRS cable in stereo to the back of my Katana AREX, so I can monitor stuff in there, watch videos, YouTube and stuff, and it fills the room with sound. Or I can just pick up the guitar, my Variax, totally wireless, come over here to that, and just click on any guitar I want. Hit a button, and up there, screen's changing. Hit a button. So stuff just keeps on changing, which is awesome. What's the motivation for all that? Call it laziness, or call it, say, using automation for the fact that if you want to get to stuff that you're using all the time, there's no problem. There's an easy way to do it. Now, all this rig here, that is running off my iPhone as a central hub, an iPhone, off an old Android phone, just a hotspot that I've set up. So when traveling on the road, usually you can find a smart TV somewhere if you're staying. You can connect up to that. Your iPad can be driving all the stuff. All of your gear can be well out of the way. You can sit off with a set of headphones, was airs, in-ears, whatever you have, and play along without totally engulfing the whole thing. And then you're with family, or you're outside on the porch, or you're doing whatever you want to do, and all your gear's inside. So imagine the stadium now. All that can also be remote controlled like this. The whole ethos behind the design is to do more things faster and easier and be able to recall them. All your presets are enlarged. Things talk to each other. You can make links between them all. Your favorites have been multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. So have a think about it. I don't know. Are you in the 5%? Is the 5% really like that? Or is the reality of the fact that most bedroom players who are not constricted by all of the problems of live, and you have to be in mono and everything's got to be so simplified, in your home, you can do whatever the hell you want. Stereo rigs. I do nothing but stereo rigs, or dual stereo rigs, quadraphonic rigs, with tiny little gears, stuff like all the Boss stuff I'm using that because I've looked at what the Helix can do, and then I'm looking elsewhere for other things to augment it. Some kid in the group some time ago said, wouldn't it be nice if you just had a little add-in dongle dooflicky to increase the memory on your stomp? Why don't they do that? Well, if you use little headphone amps and stuff like that, that's a dongle. And if they can be tied together with Midi, cool. And is it hard to do it? Nah. I do consultations with people all the time for Midi, so check out the Midi Mad Scientist Club. Give me a buzz and we'll work something out. I think that the push that you see in groups to what do the pros do? What do the pros do? Yes, that's interesting, but what are the other 80% of the people who aren't touring actually do? This is your time, this is your hobby, this is your life, and you saving time, having access to everything at the touch of a button, having only the info you need in front of you, just so that you can sit off and enjoy. To me, that's the dream. Stadium gets you there a bit faster. Cool, so wait and see. But I really think that rather than people posting and rehashing and giving their opinions on what was put out in the original 5 vids, just watch the 5 vids. Take it in deep and then start asking questions that are related to your actual setup. As hard as it is or as simple as it is, get into groups and demonstrate what you're doing and what your workflow is and why it is. And give people something to actually really talk about rather than just suppositions of this and that and infighting and all this nonsense. It doesn't really happen in my group. Things stay cool. On occasion, yeah. But yeah, look it up. And remember, there's not going to be any subscription services with the Stadium stuff. Eric and the boys will hate that. Get to know him. Art Klein. The architect blah, 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 blah of Line 6. The guy who is responsible for all this stuff. Him and his team. Meet them. They're all throughout the groups. Signing off.